Welcome back, everyone, here to Bronx Talks. Today, me and Christian are going to be giving you a player that all Yankee fans need to know about because this player has a really strong possibility of making the Yankees opening day roster. We're going to be giving you his story, some stats, and why we believe he's a fit on the Yankees roster here in 2025. That player is none other than JC Escara. Christian, what's the story behind him?
Well, look, this guy actually is a very, very unique story. He started off an Uber driver in the city of Miami. He ultimately caught a break. In 2017, he gets drafted by the Baltimore Orioles. He started off as a first baseman, and then after begging the Orioles to move him and give him a shot at catcher, he gets a chance there. Orioles release him in April of 2022. Then he has a brief stint with the Kansas City Monarchs, I believe. Ultimately, he goes to the Mexican League, and that's when the Yankees see him and offer him a minor league contract in January of 2024. And now here we are, March 9th or March 10th, and he has a really good chance of being the Yankees' backup catcher in 2025. So essentially, he went from a Uber driver to a New York Yankee.
Incredible story, a certainly unique one. He was living paycheck to paycheck, trying to make a living, and now he has a shot to be on the Yankees opening day roster. Christian, he's tearing it up this spring training. In 23 at-bats, he's batting .391 with 2 homers and an OPS above 1,000. Last year, between AA and AAA with the Yankees, he had .261 with 12 homers and a .789 OPS. With Scranton last year, he had a .302, .403, and a .527 slash line in 52 games. He won a batting title in the Dominican Winter League, which prompted him an addition to the 40-man roster. And Christian, another big thing about this guy, he can do it with the glove, not just the bat. Aaron Gershenfeld from the Yankees defensive coordinator, said the club's internal defense metrics painted Escara as the number 1 receiver in AAA and in a 98th percentile receiver across the minor leagues. The 98th percentile across the minor leagues. That's really, really impressive. He had a 102 WRC plus in AA last year, a 142 WRC plus in AAA, and that's a 119 WRC plus on the year. His manager, Shelly Duncan of the AAA Scranton Wilkes-Barre Rail Riders, had some very nice things to say about him. He said he was awesome on both sides of the ball, high energy behind the plate, and worked really well with the pitchers. He was really in tune with the game plan and in tune building on relationships. Christian, this guy sounds amazing. He's doing it with the glove. He's doing it with the bat. I think last season Garrett Cole actually pitched to Escara in a rehab assignment, and Garrett Cole had a lot of good things to say about Escara. And Escara, he is not some young kid. He's been playing baseball for a while. He's not like some really young prospect. He's 29 years old, Christian, 29 years old. So although he might be making possibly his debut this season, he still has a lot of experience, still has a lot of wisdom playing the game for a long time. But I'm really excited about Escara, and I think the Yankees should definitely add him on the roster. I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, 100%. And especially for a catcher, this guy's having an awesome spring training, but it's in 23 at-bats, and that's not what we're jumping on the bandwagon for. No, this guy is a solid lefty catcher. Ryan just talked about his defensive metrics, which we know the Yankees value a lot, if anything, way more than offense, as they should. So, there's not really, it's not like an experiment. It's kind of like this guy actually might be a really solid, nice backup catcher for the Yankees. No more Trevino, no more Higgy. Maybe this guy can be our new Higgy. Right now, Alex Jackson is listed as the projected opening day backup catcher for the Yankees. I haven't heard much about him, but look, this guy, JC Escara, is getting raved all throughout. Yankees fans the whole community. I'd be very, very shocked if this guy doesn't get a chance.
Yeah, absolutely. And Alex Jackson, good defender, solid catcher, but he doesn't provide you a lot with the bat. And I think going with someone like Ascara, who has a much higher upside with the bat, could be a very productive hitter for you rather than Jackson, who's going to give you little to nothing offensively. I think it makes sense. And it's not like Ascara's a bad defender. He's a phenomenal defender, as we heard, 98th percentile in the minor leagues last year, according to the Yankees' own metrics. So I think it makes total sense. Also, we have Ben Rice. Ben Rice can play catcher, but, you know, Ben Rice is probably going to be the backup first baseman for Paul Goldschmidt, and Ben Rice is probably going to see a lot of DH time with Stanton going down. So that kind of pulls him away from the catching position, and I don't know if the Yankees totally want him, put him at catcher at this point in time. Oswaldo Cabrera can play first base, but he's probably going to be getting a lot of reps at third base. So, and the Yankees want to use his versatility. So it makes sense for a guy like JC Escar to slide into that role. I think in a perfect world, it works. Like, I think this works for the Yankees. I think it's the best decision they should make going forward. And I'm really excited for it because to have someone like this who has an offensive upside, this guy could catch fire. He could, go on a run. He's really excited about it. He's very, very confident. Ascara said this, Christian. He said, I think I'm the man for the job, to be honest. I believe I can do it talent-wise. I think I have what it takes. It's just getting to know the pitchers and building that trust with them. If they feel good on the mound with me back there, the sky is the limit. I mean, all Yankee fans should be excited. This guy has confidence. He has some experience. He could have an offensive upside. I think the upside is there. He could surprise us. And he plays good defense. And I think right now he's the best option for the Yankees to be their backup catcher. And it's not like he's a highly touted prospect or anything like that where, being the backup catcher is going to, limit his reps or anything like that. Like, he's not like so young where the Yankees need to get him reps all the time. The Yankees can be patient and they can see what they get out of him. And I think it makes sense.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say, Alex Jackson hit 122 last year and a 438 OPS in 58 games, which is a somewhat decent sample size. So, look, I'm all for putting catching first. Like, that is the priority. But if we're really throwing that in the lineup, at least give this guy a shot.